vocals too on. Hold on there. Let's make sure this
Hell
is
yeah.
playing. Let me go back to Streamlabs. Kick this on.
Yeah, put something sexy on. There might
No. No, I just grabbed whatever. Something Tim played muted us the last session, so I don't know what that was, but so back to my standard array of music. So, hey, welcome everybody. It's nice to see your faces. All right, Kelly, take us away. I'm ready to escape.
All right. So, when last we left our adventurers, you were waylaid by some quote-unquote legitimate businessmen, which promptly turned into a fight. You all slaughtered them and acquired their ill-gotten gains. You then made your way to the town of Berkshire, where you got rooms for the night to acquire ship's passage across the Tepes Basin to the city of Katowice in the morning. At least that was what the plan was. So, you guys have gotten you have gotten your rooms. You have acquired drink and such, and you've had basically an evening. You guys are basically turning in for the night, I presume, in order to go grab your ship tomorrow, and everything's gonna be honky dory, as word. So you guys go. You find yourself some rest. It is restful sleep to a point for everybody. As you are somewhere between the state of awake and asleep, and that weird in between time that is where the mind wanders. For some, you would call this a dream state. For some, you would say this is something in between even that. You find yourselves coming to, but not fully awake. You're aware, all of you, that you are not conscious currently. You are still sleeping. At least, you're pretty sure of that. You find yourselves staring as if you're looking through someone else's eyes. The proportions, the height, the shape don't seem right to be your own. Like putting on a pair of glasses that don't quite fit you. That weren't made for your eyes. You see a castle, large, imposing, situated between several hills in a rather defensible location, which should be a beautiful bastion of defensive works meant to protect the local populace, instead has a much more sinister vibe to it. A feeling permeates the air of unease and despair. It is nighttime when you have awoken in this strange in-between place. You can see from your perspective as if you were on top of one of the crenellations of this castle, looking out towards a window where you see bars over said window, and a young woman leans herself against it, looking somber and outwards towards the night sky. The night sky is the same. Well, I would say it's the same, but just by glancing at it, you can spot some irregularities. Besides the fuzziness that hides the edges of your vision, and again, that weird unease that you've gotten, there are splotches in the sky that are not consistent with what you remember the sky to look like. Strange shapes and otherwise that are made of nothing and something at the same time. Drift about in the clouds, and you can see these strange visual imperfections dancing through the moving of their own volition, dancing through the clouds and the cloud cover and such. Despite the cloud cover, the moons of Uria are quite visible, all three of them in some capacities, though the one that's most visible right now, or the two that are most visible right now, are the moon of... Please hold while I actually grab the name of this, because you guys know these. Are Luna and Integra are the two moons that are very visible currently. Luma is a bright white moon, not dissimilar to our own moon that we just took pictures of not too long ago. Shout out Artemis, thank you, you guys were awesome. That cannot be said for Integra, which is this has different shades to it depending upon where it is in the sky and what time of year it is. But it can vary from anything from a light yellow to a deep red, depending upon how, just where it is in the sky in relation to other things. There's all kinds of questions, not just questions, postulations of what that moon might actually be made of, because they're pretty sure it's a place rather than just a thing. They think it's a stellar object as opposed to just going, oh, there's a thing in the sky and therefore, blah blah blah. Moving on. Those two are quite visible. And in fact, Luma at this point is a half moon, and Integra is a full moon at this point in time, at least in this space between spaces. You see this young woman who it takes a moment for you to recognize at the distance that you're at, probably about 20-30 feet from her. But you recognize the guise of the Princess Adeline, who, again, she has this somber expression. She clutches something to her chest. You cannot make what it is out. It seemed like it had a glint to it, though, from the little bit of light that did catch it. There's a torch burning in the far background that's casting a little bit of glow onto this, but otherwise it's dark. It's hard to see, if not for the moonlight. You hear her speak, as if you're standing directly beside her, despite being of some distance. And she says, "O bright sun of the night, I lift my eyes up to thee. We amber golden light, let the dark watch over me." There's a pause. There's a pause, and the air itself seems to breathe as she does, as if you are experiencing some of how she's feeling. This unease, this despair, this captivity. She's captive, and you know this, but you feel it too, the way that she does. She stares up at the sky, and though the inky splotches move and such, at first, nothing particularly changes. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the rest of my notes because I don't know why, but they have apparently transferred themselves to another page. Why? Why you do this?
Why indeed?
But why you do this?
So, guys, while he's checking that out,
There it is.
catch me up. Last episode, we started at Castle Black. We hit the road. How far along the road did we get ambushed or mixed up with those merchants?
You guys got all the way to, or just shy, probably about like 4 hours outside of Berkshire, before when you guys were ambushed in that swampy, mucky area that surrounds this entire place. This very humid, very kind of area.
Most importantly, when Coral got the baby alligator, did he take it off the other merchants, or you just scoop it up?
No, this thing just so best part about that, Coral, if you went through that whole fight, right? That whole thing happened, killed some people tried to kill you guys, etc. You went to sleep, and you woke up with your sleeping bag partially open and an alligator laying on your chest. A very small juvenile alligator, probably about 2.5 foot long alligator.
It wasn't
it's
Ren.
just, huh?
And it wasn't Ren. It was actually an alligator.
Yeah, no, legitimately an alligator, and it seems very comfortable with you. You have no idea why. You don't recall picking this alligator up anywhere, but it's there. It's there now, and it is totally chill with you. You have a friend alligator. It makes those little like ew, ew noises at you every now and again. Yeah, he's totally friendly. You don't know how he is with anybody else though. So there's that. And I don't know if your companions have tried to approach the alligator at this point.
Fuck that
then
shit.
again, you did just
Not yet, I
get
don't
this
think.
thing.
Yeah.
You did just get this thing. So found my notes. Apologize. So I will reiterate what she had said. She had said, "O bright sun of the night, I lift my eyes up to thee. O ye amber golden light, let the dark sweep over me." And then she pauses. The sky shifts a bit. She says, "Mighty cauldron, Onidus, I surrender all to thee. Panacea nothingness, when nothing is left." And you see the sky shifts, pulling, twisting and turning slightly. The moons seeming to change positions with one another, as in, rotate, almost as if they rotated around each other. The moons take positions away. Your view is drawn away from her and into the sky. And after a moment, you realize that just the view that you have ahead of you, you are no longer looking at a sky, but a face. A massive face, both moons forming two separate eyes, very far apart. I mean, literally, celestially huge, obviously. I mean, massive. This inky darkness that seems to just kind of leak off of the edges of the shape of this creature, of this face, of this thing. It has a somewhat reptilian kind of snout, a jagged, dripping maw of dark and gooey something. And you hear this low vibration that says, "I will send for you."
Is this a shared experience?
Yeah, all of you are here. All of you are experiencing this, though you cannot see any of your friends. And when you try to speak, nothing happens.
Is this a shared experience that we're dreaming? Or is this
Yep,
before we
you're pretty sure you're asleep right now. You're pretty sure you're asleep. But you hear that voice say, "I will send for you. Just be patient." And the shape shifts and pulls back into just the night sky. And you find yourself blinking a couple of times, watching the world pull around you, you shifting away across a massive body of water, back into a small room in a medium-sized town on the edge of swampy terrain that you were just recently in, pulled back into the room. And as soon as for each of you, you touch yourself. Your vision brings yourself directly to you, to your own corpse, and you kind of pull yourself awake, startled. All of you. It's pretty unanimous. You woke up at this point. We'll say it's 8 o'clock.
And like all at the same time. Like we all sit
Pretty
up.
fucking. If it wasn't exactly, it's fucking real close. And you've all just seen that. So, my friends, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do a quick perception check on everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all in the same room, right? So
yeah, everybody's still here.
So we all like look at each other as we wake up.
Yeah,
at,
like
the same
what
time.
the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
I immediately get my book out and start writing and drawing what I just experienced.
Okay.
I got a 24, and
Okay.
I'm looking for like the general sense of like that wasn't just me, right?
No. Actually, let me see real quick. So you look around the room, and it's weird for a second, actually, for you, Ren. Because you look around the room, and you can actually see things that you weren't actually seeing before. Briefly. But you look at the others, and they all have this kind of very slight, all of your friends have this very slight halo around them of some sort of light. Can't
Even
make much
like-
out of it.
even like coral.
Or
All of
Kix.
them.
He's a tiefling.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
They all have one.
All right, what
Just
about
a little bit. Just for a
is-
moment.
Is coral's red?
No, his is the same color as everybody else's right now.
Just always thought. All right, fuck.
And then it goes away, unfortunately. It does pass. You're like, I definitely saw that. That wasn't some bullshit. That was legit. I saw that. And everybody's was the same, at least at that moment.
I lay down on the ground and do like a big lion stretch out just like in the middle of the room.
It does give you the impression, Ren, that yeah, you think that they probably all experienced something because they all had the exact same thing. Either that or you're going blind, but probably not that one.
Oh, just get some breakfast. Coral, how long are you gonna keep that thing?
Did you have bad dreams too, little gator?
Yep.
Did you have bad dreams too?
You know, we could eat him for breakfast.
How
I'm kidding.
dare
I'm
you.
kidding. I'm kidding.
It's not even a mouthful.
Wow. Maybe not for you.
2-foot
Like-
gator.
What about you? What about Ren? Definitely a mouthful for Rendlin.
It's big if that's where.
Ren's good at putting big things in his mouth.
Oh,
I think
dear
so.
God.
It was that we were young and we were just experimenting.
All right, let's go get some.
The largest pretzel at the state fair. I remember that.
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Almost fucking choked to death.
Is there like a tavern? Because we're not. There's no
Yeah,
like.
you guys are
Yeah.
you guys are in an inn.
Oh right.
So
right,
like
right.
there's downstairs that is like a kind of common area kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. For some reason, I was thinking we were still in like. Anyways, yeah, let's go get some breakfast.
You think they got eggs?
Yeah.
Now we're
You
talking.
get downstairs. There is a breakfast that is provided for you guys. It is mostly consistent of ham and eggs. Seems like that's probably one of like two of the things that they make a lot of here.
Makes sense.
Yeah, ham and eggs, and there's like some kind of stale bread, but probably just don't get fresh stuff very often, at least in
Yeah,
that
that's,
regard.
that's what the yoke's for.
I love him.
Soften up that hard tack. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So we have to decide where we're going. I think, based on our conversations, I'm like eating breakfast as we're talking. It was. Do you still have that map? Did you send that some? Oh wait.
I didn't send the completed one, but I do have. It is as complete as it's gonna get.
Oh, let's go. Perfect.
Frankly, I'm not doing any more on it. I will just sit here and nitpick the fucking thing if I do. So I will
totally
just send
understand.
you what I got, and that's gonna just have to be good enough. And I'll go back and tweak it if needed later. But here we go. To the chat.
Are we
And
just
I will
gonna
put it in
ignore
our
the
chat
fact
as well.
Perfect.
that we all had a dream last night?
Did you have a dream last night?
I dream every night, but this one seems specific.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I think a couple of us. Well, I mean, I did.
Look, I think we all know what we're getting at here, right? We all astrally projected to one place. Our astral selves, our aura-based selves, commune with one central entity. And I don't think there's any other way of explaining it.
Coral checks his pants. I did not astral project in my sleep. I dreamt of the lady, though.
And you didn't project after you dreamt of her?
No, it wasn't like that. She was talking to the wind and stars.
Oh yeah,
Scared the gator.
oh, I'm sorry.
You
Did you
got
name your
scared.
gator yet? I always name my
No.
gator.
It'll
I'm
come.
not gonna name him.
I will.
Whitley.
2 times.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'll stay off it. I'm sorry.
Harry the Gator.
It's not time yet.
What I'll say, especially for Wilhelm and Keyshawn, this is the most well-behaved fucking reptilian creature you have ever seen. Legitimately, it seems to just be super comfortable in Coral's presence.
I can't say shit.
I'm not saying nothing. You gonna say something? I'm not fucking saying nothing.
So
Coral's
to
holding he's petting a
charter a
lizard.
boat. I think our best option was to travel a little closer to like the top and then go to Fissure before heading down to Leeds, right? That's what we
That was the
discussed.
plan last I checked.
That takes my vote. I think some more time before getting into some deep trouble might be good for us.
I'll leave it to the smarty pants to figure it out. I'm just here to keep you out of trouble. And I look at Vincent, but then I just like look at Coral.
Well,
Yeah.
I clean up my plate, like finish everything. Let's go find a captain.
All right.
I go around and take anyone's plate who's like finished, but I'll just take anything that's left over and just kind of pour it on Coral's plate before I stack them up.
I'm feeding the alligator.
You look hungry.
Oh, dude, he's eating everything. They eat literally everything.
You look skinny.
If it fits in their mouth, it is food. Period.
Reptile brain.
That is as far as the it lets you feed it too. Like it legitimately seems to just be like, nah, dude, this guy's cool. You don't know why. You have no clue. Like you didn't do anything. You don't remember seeing any alligators either. You just suddenly this one. What you woke up with one on your chest, and it's like, nah, dog, this is my human.
He got born, and like just the first thing it saw was Coral. It was like, "That's my mom."
It just bonded immediately.
Yeah, bond immediately.
It
Yeah.
Perhaps I'm being paranoid. Kishon, can you forgive me? I don't know how the arcane arts specifically work for those who are academy trained. Are you able to detect magic?
I was when you say that, as you look over to me, currently pulling out with stuff I need to do, cast detect magic.
Ah, very good. We're thinking the same thing then.
Oh, by
Yes.
the way,
I can actually
For-
do that too.
for everybody, I believe it was Coral who said something like, "Oh, he's talking to the wind, or the stars, or whatever." That is super on the nose, reminiscent of exactly what you saw. Like it is 1,000,000,000%. You guys saw the same shit. So just saying.
Yeah.
Just in the side.
Look, another plot hook goes by. Anyway.
One of these will catch you. You can't dodge all of them. You cannot dodge them
We're all
all.
monks.
Okay, we're going to Fissure.
All right. So, are we doing anything before we leave the tavern? Excuse me.
Detect magic towards alligator. Pet croc.
It is not magical. It is just a normal natural creature, as far as you can tell. There appears to be no arcane or otherworldly or otherwise influence that is involved here. This appears to be a natural creature.
I was worried he was going to change it to something later. This is beautiful.
Nice.
Well, yeah, it is going to change into something later, Coral. It's going to become a fucking full-blown alligator.
It's just an alligator.
I don't know if that's more concerning or less.
All
I
right.
ain't scared.
All right.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So, to cut a lot of the needless minutia out, you guys go around asking for some captainry, right? Looking for charter a boat across. You are in the right place to do so. However, you are informed very quickly by one of the captains just straight up says, "No, I'm sorry," and you're like, "The fuck? Okay, weird. All right, maybe he just doesn't want to do it." But one of the dock hands actually calls you over and he's like, "Hey, this is like this particular individual is like a sea elf, and he's like, hey, I didn't mean to overhear, but if you're trying to leave by boat, I wouldn't recommend it.
Why?
The damn Imperials have the whole place fucking blockaded. They drove a freaking battleship into here."
Is
Ain't no-
there somewhere I could go to get a view of where that would be?
If it's within sight, you could get up higher somewhere, like into one of the towers or otherwise, or just up the side of a building. Though I really wouldn't recommend climbing on these, as most of them are still thatch and that variety of thing. Though there are a couple of like actual plank, ceiling.
And hearing
There's the word.
the Imperials brought a fucking battleship, I'm immediately trying to find high ground so that I can spot it, because I know what our battleships look like.
Okay. A little clamoring later.
Okay.
Save a little bit of time. A little bit of clamoring later. You've squeaked your way up into one of the many guard towers and such. The person there that's just like, can I fucking help you? As you've kind of found your way up here. This is pretty much the tallest area that you can like see out of up here. Are these guard towers that they have positioned around, and from the look of it, these are mainly here to be able to protect against like bandits or wild animals or otherwise. The stuff that early people's civilizations had to actually defend against. But anyway, yeah, this as you get up there, you know, I think you said you had a spyglass. Is that correct?
I do not.
Ah,
But
okay. Roll me a perception check then. When you're up there.
Take a big
And-
towel tube.
as I,
Yes.
as I'm looking around, I'll go ahead and respond to the guy of, yes, I apologize for the inconvenience. Do not mind me. I am just looking for a battleship.
Battleship. All the warships are over in Hallgard.
Yes, I heard a blockade was formed.
Oh yeah. That's a thing.
Whereabouts would that be? Could it be seen from here?
You might be able to see one or two of their ships that way. Points. So I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay, perfect. Perception. There it is. 16 or a not 16, so 16.
Nearby? Am I nearby?
No.
I already
he,
have advantage.
He went. He went and did this.
Yeah,
He
the
just-
moment
he
I
just-
heard that there was a battleship, I was like, "Excuse me." Yeah, so 16.
16.
Mhm.
You have to like squint, but you can absolutely see on the horizon there is a ship out there. You cannot make much more out from it other than it is a metal skinned ship.
Excuse
It
me,
is
would you happen to have
very
like
clearly.
a spyglass or something that you could use to look distant?
He goes, if I let you look through it, will you get down from here? You're really not supposed to be up here.
Absolutely.
Pulls out a spyglass. Here.
Thank you. And I'll get another
Be
look at it.
careful, that thing's expensive.
Of course.
You take a look see. A lot better now. Now that you know where it is and all that. That is definitely not a battleship, but that is one of the types of ships that you guys do use. That is absolutely a military vessel. It looks to be from the one that you're seeing looks to be a destroyer of some variety. Small but agile boat, guns, deck guns. It is in fact flying the flag that you are familiar with.
Oh, that's not good. All right, I've seen what I need to see. Thank you very much. Collapse the spyglass,
seriously.
hand it back to him.
Thank you. Mind your step on the way down. The last step is a little rickety. Go ahead, Vincent.
While he was doing that, can I start walking around whatever this docking area is? I want to try and see if I can find who's like in charge around here, like who runs
You
the
can find
dock. Who would be-
the dock master of this area.
Okay, I just want to walk up to him. Hello, sir.
It's like a stocky dwarf woman.
Woman.
Stocky dwarf woman. Very. No, you're good. You just assumed I hadn't told you.
I
guys.
apologize. I saw the beard from the side and I made an assumption, but I forget you're
I
kind.
knew
I'll
that.
have wonderful.
It's fine. What can I do for you, lad?
We're just new to the area. Just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Vincent.
Do you need work?
No,
Straight
no, no.
business.
Just traveling around the area. Just getting to know people. What's the docks like here? You guys import a lot of things?
From here, yeah, absolutely. You'll see most of our stuff here is small shipping, small fishing, or big fishing. But yeah, we do quite a bit of import here. Though I think most of the bigger ships go to Holgard.
Right, right. I overheard some folks trying to get out of here said nobody will leave dock. Some sort of blockade. What's that?
Yes, seems something about a war or something. I don't know. Nobles and their nonsense.
Well, think anyone's gonna be able to leave or?
Probably not. So far as I'm aware, they've told everyone to stay put. Warning
I
them they'd
imagine-
sink any ships that tried to leave.
Imagine there must be some sort of exceptions. It's terrible.
They haven't given any. So we're kind of sitting on our hands for now.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Pleasure speaking with you. I'll walk away. Well, I like bow.
Yeah. She just. All right.
I'll walk back to the group. Well, if we really need to get a ship, I think I can get us one now. But supposedly they're gonna sink anything that gets out there.
That's probably right about when I stomp back up.
Yep.
It doesn't sound like a good idea to go out there then.
I'll say that as Wilhelm is walking back up. Blockade says there's sink any ship that tries to leave.
Something doesn't sit right.
We'll say though, just spoke to the
What's
docking
vague?
master. If we need a ship, I think the docking master could probably get one to leave.
How were they indeed Imperial?
Well, they're flying our flag, that's for sure. Destroyer of some sort. I don't recognize the pattern, but it's not exactly something I'm caught up on at the moment. But I don't understand why we would be pushing a naval presence here.
We could ask if we fly out with a white flag. We're Imperials ourselves. Maybe they'd have a conversation.
Do I
people working for Joseph?
do I
Tiger?
have anything that I could use as like a Imperial flag on me?
A flag? Not really. I would say not probably not to a flag, but you do have your
Okay.
you have your seals of who you are, and that those you have your official seals and such that you've had.
I'd
We
say I
have
have.
a piece of cloth or something. Anything we could use as a flag. I could make a mark magically.
Look, not to sound like a coward here, but are we married to the idea of taking a boat? Like, and if so, does it even have to be from this port? Couldn't we?
That's a great point.
I see where you're going. However, something's not right. I know it's a tiny bit of a distraction, but I would very much so like to know why our military is blockading this area. Suddenly out of nowhere.
I get it, Sir Wilhelm. Like, this stuff is definitely way above my pay grade, you know? And maybe you and Kishan have some way to talk with people like this, but this is...
I think it's above a lot of our pay grades. And is it really much of our worry?
It is to me, for certain.
Could be. I shouldn't say time is not of the essence, I suppose, but we're on a schedule, and across the water is the fastest way.
I'd like to get back home.
That as well.
If I'm being honest.
If I can get... I have a device that I've got attached to my armor. If I can get within 120 feet of that vessel, I can speak to someone on it. But that's the thing. If it's blockading the port and it's going to sink anything that tries to move from said port, then we would need some way to identify ourselves very early on. Actually, Kishan, do you still have your academy robes?
I can
Certainly
pop
a
up
white
an
flag
image
I might.
of our
I
nation.
might do.
Pretty a decent sized one too.
Take my pack off, ruffle through it.
Don't some of us
yes.
have
I do, in
sigils?
fact.
Those might work.
I still have my brooch of rank as well on me. Always have that on me just in case.
The sooner they can identify us as not from Alphabet, the better.
I've recently
Especially if
picked
it's one of
up,
ours that could probably blow us out of the water long before they would identify anything otherwise.
I've fine tuned this one technique. I typically use it for something else, but I could make a silent image that's about 15-foot cube, which we could put on a sail, identifying our nation. Might be big enough.
That could also work.
Yeah.
This is one of those kind of situations where the more is better, I think. If we just fly out there with a single flag, they might think that's us trying to dodge the blockade or something. But if we're presenting multiple identifying objects, the symbol of our nation, his robes,
We also would not
me holding up
speed
my
past
friggin'
them.
sigil.
We'd go up to them to talk.
Yeah, we sail straight at them. We're in a
Yes.
smaller vehicle. They're not intimidated by that. And I don't know if this will help much, but I mean, several of us have incredibly detailed knowledge of local areas that these guys likely went to, you know? Like, it wouldn't be difficult, and I wouldn't even be lying to name places that they've been to or most likely hung out when they were on shore leave in our town.
Yeah, probably a
I
few
don't
of
know
us
if
that can do
it'll
that. It's
help
perfect.
at all, but I'm just saying, like, we'll
Right.
be able to solidify the fact that we are not strangers.
Although, I think we all kind of still stand out. We don't really look like we're from here as well.
That as well, yes. But yes, I think we should take a brief detour to see what this is about, at the very least, or try to, because this. I don't know why we would be doing this. We don't see Alfberg as a threat. At least last time I spoke to anyone on the subject, we were basically just ignoring them and every now and then trying to curry favor to see if we could play nice. We don't.
Wars
This
aren't
doesn't make
waged for
sense.
safety. Waged for money.
Well,
I can only think of two things about this. One, we either have knowledge that is beyond us, which will cause the Imperium to blockade these waters, or there's something brewing underneath. They might not even be Imperium. They might just look like it.
Well,
that is something I
that
was
scares
considering,
me a
yes.
little.
Well,
I
that's-
will find-
The only
We'll
way
know-
to find out is for us to get closer.
I always
Exactly. We'll know
think to
very
myself
quickly if
in
they're
these-
not actually Imperial because they'll try to shoot at us.
What was that, Kix?
I was gonna say I often like to think, what would Coral do in these situations? Just because it's pretty amusing, the solutions that he comes up with.
I
I'll
don't
tell
think
you what. I know that Coral can swim faster than any of you. I've seen it.
I do not doubt that. He has
Us, not you.
a very impressive physique.
Not me. That
Yeah.
I can keep
right.
up with him pretty well.
I don't like water.
I don't like boats. If Wilhelm wants to look at the boats, he can look at the boats. But maybe we find another way to get there besides the boats. Then I don't have to ride on the boat.
What is our other option? How long would that take?
Swimming.
And unfortunately, I think our other option would be to go around, which is going to cut quite a bit of time off.
To Alfberg, or
We would have to cut north for sure, and that's going to take quite a bit of time.
Yeah, we take the boat. Kix does his magic thing, his magic carpet flag.
I can put the
Well, we gotta get a
symbol
boat
on the
first.
sail when we get close. You know,
can I start scanning the docks and find like the smallest boat that would still hold all of us and like traverse the waters pretty well?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
I would like to assist.
Perception with advantage.
Yeah, sure.
Still?
realistically, I could hold this
Oh,
image
yeah.
for 20 minutes. So we have to be like at a point that would make sense to do this. Maybe
Well, as soon as we can see their flags, they can see ours.
yeah, so maybe then, and then we can justify it going away by shifting the way the boat is going, and then I could bring it back up when we're close, just to keep us out. It's very new, and I'm not really confident about it. And I'm gonna, like, as Kix is saying this, he's gonna look at Keyshawn for like, just like just to make eye contact, as he knows this is magic, and it's not. I guess you would see like a struggling teen, you know, and maybe like a cry for help, with explaining how it works, because it's kind of innate to him.
Well, I don't know about the way you've learnt this spell, but through the academy, we've always learnt it through the, you manipulate the way the light bends and twists to create the pattern. Quite complicated at times, but I can certainly try and teach you if you wish, but...
I think it's definitely worth a conversation when we're back within our borders.
So, what'd you get on that perception?
21.
21. Smallest boats. So there are two options. One is a sailboat, a small, probably like 7 or 8 crew, like sailboat. It has its own captain. This is a boat that a single person could theoretically work by themselves, without too much difficulty. It's not very big. It's gonna be a little cramped, but you could do it. The alternative to that is a rowboat,
All right.
which will fit all of you comfortably and your belongings. You just have to put in a little bit of effort because it has no sail. So there is that.
And
Just
that
thought
also
as well.
validates our sigil broadcasting.
We're gonna be leaving our car behind. And horses.
True.
We can sell them.
Maybe we can find a safe place to keep them, because we're not staying here. We gotta come back through to go home, right?
Well, what if we go a different
Maybe.
way home?
Yes. 30 couriers. Could hire people to bring them home.
Well,
Also potentially just stable them.
are you fine with going this far from home, and you don't have fear of not returning?
Me?
Yeah, Wilhelm.
Of course I do.
No, I know what your
Oh,
point
Wilhelm.
is. I'm asking someone outside of our comfort area.
You mean the Horbros?
Yeah, outside the horse.
Brothel sprouts.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't mind it. Home will always be where it is. I know how to get to it from just about anywhere.
Okay.
It'll still be there when I return. So.
Okay. Yeah. Sound.
I say we sell this. I say we sell the pack animal and cart.
Yeah. Do
Take
it.
what we can.
But we're not gonna row out there, or at least I'm saying to you guys, not
we're
it.
not. No. As much as I would volunteer to row, and I know Coral would be great at it, we'd end up going in circles. But we're invalidating the point of the sail and broadcasting who we are.
Well, I mean, if they would be less intimidated from a rowboat than an actual ship, right? Like,
Not only that, but
think
do you
so.
require a surface to put the design onto, or could you just project it into the air?
That's a good point too.
Well, a
that's a
ship
good
offers
point.
us some form of
Let me
legitimacy as
read
well,
the spell.
rather than rowing up in a rowboat.
Right, but
I could-
likely when and if we actually do have a conversation with them, it's going to boil down to we are adventuring far from home anyways. We may not
Yeah.
necessarily have the luxury of our own ship.
I
I'm with
could.
Wilhelm on that.
I mean, I don't think. Here, in my experience, which is very minimal with this spell, okay, I think that it would be more convincing if I put it on an object, or at least try to manipulate it on an object. I could cast it. I could. I don't know. I could do this on not a sail and just like make it look like a sail, but it, this is very, very new to me, and I don't know.
Put my
I
hand
don't
on
know
your
how
shoulder.
convincing it would be in that instance. It could
They
probably.
don't have to think it's real. They just have to know we mean no harm.
If that's all we're going
got
for,
this.
then absolutely. Back to the whole robo thing. I'm not rowing. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. I'll help row.
Coral can row. I'll row.
Yeah.
Put Coral on one side, 2 people on the other. That way we
Yeah.
even out the strength.
That'll work.
All
'Cause,
right,
like I can't balance out Coral.
let's go. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self. I'm gonna have like the
Okay.
group huddle around me
Okay.
to kind of hide me. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self into that dwarf lady.
Who is not super far. Just making sure you are aware. She's not very far from here. This dock, while being, I mean, it's a decent sized dock. There is a lot of shit going on. There would be a lot of shit going on if things were actually moving. Right now, not a lot is moving. I'm not going to tell you not to do this. I would just say, are you sure?
Okay, so she's like right over there, basically. She's like
not far. She's basically talking to her dock hands and such, of just, telling them to do whatever.
So I have them like
menial
huddle around me,
bullshit.
and then I'm like, fuck. Maybe we should get her out of here first.
How do we propose doing that?
Ren, maybe we could just outrun them, make a scene.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know.
do that. I don't
know.
my trouble's making it back without like also everyone being like, it's that guy.
It's true.
But I mean I could. Like I definitely
How far?
don't
Seems
doubt
dangerous.
How far away?
How far what?
Is she from our object? Do we see a rowboat? And do we notice?
You do see a rowboat.
How far away
do see a
is she
rowboat.
from that rowboat?
From that rowboat, she's probably about 120 feet.
Okay,
So it's scary, but not impossible.
not impossible.
Maybe we
I'm
could
gonna
just
I'm
form a
gonna
wall,
just start
build a
walking that way, and my goal
the
is
boat,
to get
or-
close enough to see like if I can do like a pass and see her interactions with who she's talking to, and try to grasp what emotion she's doing. Like, is she a directive or compassionate with the way she's talking to the
Okay.
people she's directing?
Give me an insight check as you
In
do so,
hopes-
because that's what that's going to be.
In hopes of possibly playing out some deception here. Insight +3, so a 19.
19. She's stern, but she knows her stuff. She's clearly under some duress based off the fact that her dock is closed, not by her own doing. She seems like she's trying not to take that out on anybody else, but she is frustrated.
Okay.
She doesn't. This is her job. This is what she does. Maybe she doesn't super love it. Maybe she does super love it. You're not sure about that, but what you do know is that this is what she does, and she seems to be very, again, stern, but in the like, I have to tell knuckleheads not to drag their knuckles everywhere, you know?
Okay.
Um, and other than that, she seems perturbed by the fact that her dock is closed. You hear
Yeah.
her saying, like, I don't want you jackasses, like, just slouching about over here. I understand that there's nothing to do right now, but fucking find something.
And we have a map to this area, right?
Yep.
I've
you do.
seen
You
a
know-
map of this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of ways to distract her now.
You know that where you're going is Katowice across the water. Or the Katowice is what it looks like it's written as.
Okay.
Across the water. There is a small town, or like a very small town, not like Berkshire size, like much smaller town that you guys would dock at right next to, like pretty close to right next to it, and then you'd be at Katowice, like within an hour or two of docking.
Is there
From there,
anybody moving to and from the ship, and then I'll cut it for
the little boat,
the
the little rowboat?
not the rowboat, but like from her ship, like she's
Where she is?
where she is. Are there like loading anything or anything like that?
It looks like you have some merchants over there. You have some
Okay.
some captainry and whatnot that are having conversations and such. But it's not really. It doesn't look like there's a lot of loading, unloading, or otherwise. In fact, what you can see and hear from it, you hear people being like, "This is gonna royally destroy our
right.
profits."
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
But-
come up on Twix, Kicks then, and just be like, "Hey
Twix.
man, what are you doing? You still want Twix? Hey Twix, you still,
So
you still-
originally, Renolin, I was thinking maybe that like I bribe some of these merchants to tell her there's a different route so we can just hijack a boat and not be noticed. But I'm thinking maybe, I mean, she's got some goods, so maybe if we make a deal with her for free passage, and explain to her our plan to see why this is going on, they'll let her pass. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I mean, I don't know. Is she gonna believe us? Is she gonna believe that a bunch of us are gonna get on a rowboat and go talk to a battleship?
I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah,
saying
that'd be
I was
sweet.
thinking about
Foreigner.
trying to create a diversion so we could just hijack the rowboat. However, upon seeing and picking up the insights that I picked up, I feel like maybe we could offer her a possibility of passage through this because we are from the nation.
No. No.
If there was,
Why would she trust us?
I don't know.
We're the
We're
foreign
innocent.
blockader.
We're not.
Yeah, but we're the foreigners.
we
To that, just to that, Ren. There are other people here who very clearly do not look like they belong here. As in, like right here on the docks, especially, you actually can visually see like other merchants and stuff that look like they hail from all over the place. So you aren't the only outsiders here. As just so you are aware.
I'm just saying, and I would like to bring this back because I was gonna go off the rails, play the role I know how to play, and get us a fucking boat. But you know Vincent, he can talk his way into anything. Maybe he can convince this lady to take us over there with no charges, no deceiving needed, and explain to us that we are with the nation and they'll let us through. They have to, right? They're not gonna hurt us, and that's gonna just benefit her. And or
All right, I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Why don't we take this back to Vincent?
Yeah.
And the rest of the crew,
sure,
and we'll figure this out.
or we could just hop in a rowboat. But I'm not rowing, bro. I'm just saying.
I know you don't have to row. I'll row. But like, I was just thinking, I'd come over here. We'll do some big ass distraction together. We'll spread out a little, and then we just fucking jump and dive into their boat and take off during the commotion. and I'm not even thinking about arson yet.
I wasn't thinking about either of those.
Jason, by the way, offers to row the other side.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, sure.
He can offset Coral, and then whoever was going to double up with me, we can split it up and go right behind him if there's seats.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that works. All right, let's. Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking for a more simple solution, I'm sure I can
I'm
create a
dragging
distraction.
the rest of the group, and let's put heads together again. And I'll stay out of it. I'll let the smarter people prevail.
I'll explain.
I don't hate the
everything
idea of just. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of just being honest with her. I mean, what's to lose for her? We get ourselves blown up in a small rowboat that she can replace.
But we have a way to identify
Risk is
ourselves.
she says no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that case, what's it
Well, but
matter?
if she says no, well, then there's a target on our back, and there's no way we're getting out of here.
I'm going to tell you one
But
thing.
that doesn't mean it's not a good risk to take.
I got to tell you one thing that I learned at the Lantern, and that's those guys that got offended by the no. They all failed, right? They're all piles of crap. We can walk away from just a no. There's no buts or anything.
Unless she says no and thinks we're conspiratorial traitors.
I mean, come on, look at us. Let's be real. Let's not think too much into this. All we're doing is looking for passage to the other side. We are from this nation. We have what I think is a decent, easy plan to pull off, right? To identify ourselves, to not get blown up. We explain ourselves. Fuck, we can even be honest with them and be like, these guys are traitors, but they brought us to you, you know? Like, who cares? But what's the worst they're gonna do?
Keyshawn, Coral, what do you think?
Question for DM. During my time in the when I was conscripted, ever come across an exercise or when I was serving, when we approached another Imperial fleet or army and had to identify ourselves in ways?
You've never been on the boats. You were embedded with the army, so you don't know if there's a specific
That was
boats,
a great question, though. That is a great question.
It is a fantastic question.
It is.
So there is some protocol that would be basically showing off your badges, your symbols of office, that you are in fact who you say you are. That is important, but
Wouldn't
Go ahead.
Jason know a lot of this?
Jason goes, yeah, I mean, this is simple. If you just want to talk to them, then you just fly a white flag. Like, it's that easy. That is the, most well understood, hey, we're not here to fuck with you.
That's ourselves, then. We wave a white flag and let Wilhelm do the talking. You know their
Okay.
language. You can get us through, and then we don't have to deal with any of this. Plus the extra exercise. It's lame.
Jason just says, "You just don't have a skull and crossbones. That's a bad idea."
You heard him, Kicks. Don't fuck it up.
All right, so this is perfect.
Listen,
let's
I'm
try
just
it.
saying, from my point of view, I'm a teen and just shooting a fucking plan out there. Please.
I think
say-
we all agree. Yeah.
Agreed.
I think we all agree. I think the next thing is, all right, we're taking this rowboat. How are we doing it? Vincent,
Let's go
you
talk
gonna
to her.
give-
I think let's go talk
you
to
give
her.
the old silver tongue?
I don't even think it need to be silver. From what I saw,
I'm gonna
she
start.
needs to
I
go.
start walking over.
It doesn't
know?
need to be silver that I'll do it, but I'm not really into old dwarves.
No. Definitely let Vincent do the talking.
Agreed
I was talking
again.
about talking. I was talking about tonguing.
I think we all know what you were talking.
Vincent's walking over to her.
Thank you, Wilhelm. I was worried that, honestly, the Kicks didn't understand what I was talking about.
I use prestidigitation and just clean my clothes real quick.
If he does know
Fresh
what you're
myself
talking
up.
about, he's not acknowledging it.
Wait, Vincent, before you go, I'm gonna, pat you on the back. Good luck and cast guidance.
Madam, as I walk up, I also like wave the
Hi.
group to come with me.
I'm gonna follow close to Vincent.
All right, you guys are. If you are permittant, all of you are going along with.
Deal.
Okay.
Hello
Hi.
there. I hate to bother you again. This is the
That's
rest
fine.
of my group. We're the Gold Leaf Guardians, and we're in a bit of a pickle here.
Aye, you and me and the rest of the dock.
Yes. You see, we hail from the Imperium, and we wish to get across these waters. I understand there's the blockade, and you're not letting anyone out. But our request is that you allow us to risk our own lives. We've prepared a white flag. We wish to speak with them and hopefully get passage across.
We
being
actually have
citizen.
an officer of their military with us.
We mean no harm to you or any of your folks. In fact, we're quite as confused as you are as why this thing's here in the first place.
Indeed.
Tell you what,
Would you be amenable to us taking one of your rowboats and trying to see if we can spark a conversation?
6 gold. That way I can replace the rowboat in case it gets blown up.
Yeah. How about 3 gold? And if
No, Gix, that's perfectly reasonable, ma'am. I'll pull out 6 gold.
Yeah, I was already rifling through my fucking coin purse to get
6
the money.
gold so I can replace it if you do get blown up. But if you do get yourselves a passage across, or any of these ships are allowed out, I'll just give that back to you. Fair enough.
Wonderful, yes.
that's what I was gonna
Seems
say.
more than-
Is there a specific one you'd like us to take? I saw one over there.
Any of the two at the far end.
All right, thank you very much. Pray for our souls.
Good luck.
Wait,
If we come back with any relevant information, I'll be sure to tell you.
we're still
don't
rolling
worry
out there?
about
I
the
thought we were
defense.
gonna
I
ask
don't
her
have to
to
know.
sail us out there. Oh, fuck, man.
No.
We're just saying.
As an additional request, I hate to do this, but we also have a couple of carts and some animals. Is there a place we could store them? We have
Hi,
coin.
I'll have. Thank you.
Sort of sell them.
Or
Richter,
sell them.
Poshoy.
Even better.
Richter, Poshoy, get Canuck on here as well. Go mind these folks' carts. They're gonna risk their neck for us, so may as well keep their shit.
I understand coin's tough right now with the blockade. If you'd like to buy them, we'd be willing to sell.
I can't, unfortunately. And I'm not sure you're gonna find many to buy, for right now. But, I mean, you're welcome to try at the bazaar.
I'll get the group.
But I would,
say we receive them.
you feel like the longer that you wait, the worse this will be.
Yeah, I'm getting antsy. I say let's take the best
let's
as we
go.
go.
Thank you very much.
You guys hand over 6
My
gold
Yeah.
as a dowry for the boat.
much.
Who's taking that?
I got it.
You got it. Okay. My deepest bow, and then swift-footed to the rowboat.
Hey, Coral, don't let the alligator jump overboard. You'll never see him again. That was perfect. All right, yeah, we go.
Just before we jump on, I'll chuck on my robe
Okay.
and make sure my brooch is showing.
Alright.
The armor that I'm wearing was always kind of intended to be used militarily, so I imagine it probably has some identifying marks on it. I'm
It
going to make sure those
absolutely
are
does.
very visible.
Okay.
Just as a note for you as well, once we're close enough for a message spell, I'm gonna be like spamming that. Like, we come in peace, we mean no
Me too.
harm. We wish to speak with whoever's in charge.
You
I
guys
will
We all-
create a silent image when we get close of a giant white flag.
Okay. Copy that. We have some plans. You guys get into your rowboat, and you start rowing. And very quickly you get the, oh boy, we're out on rather choppy water. The wind here is pretty significant. It is not, it's not nothing, that's for sure. And you guys are very quickly going from completely stable ground to, oh, there's no ground in sight. Well, not in sight. I mean, you guys don't go that far, but oh god, we are very, very much on the water. Any of you who are seasick, you're probably already starting to feel it just within the first like 10, 15 minutes of rowing. It doesn't take super, super long for you guys to row out to them. They're not super far from the shore. Enough that you needed a spyglass to really make out anything, but not far enough where you couldn't even see them. You know that these boats could very easily just be out of sight if they really wanted to. Especially given that as you approach, while they do get bigger, they don't get much bigger, at least the ones that you see at first. As you do approach, you do spot that there are more than one of them. The one that you are currently going to is a small ship, again about the size of a destroyer, which for us who are not navally informed, this isn't a very big boat. It's actually a relatively small boat. It's just larger. It's just longer mostly than pretty close to any of the other boats that you guys have been on. They're longer and thinner with the intent of being faster and sleeker vessels rather than, particularly powerful and heavily armored or anything.
Yeah.
Despite that,
believe it or not, some ladies really like that.
despite that, the it cannot be overstated how outgunned you are as you approach. When you get to about, let's say, about 200 feet away or so at this point, you can tell very clearly that there are sailors on the deck currently. You see several that are staring out in your general direction. They appear to be armed, and they have positioned at least one. You cannot tell if the other one has not yet moved, but they have in fact positioned one of the main cannons of this particular vessel directly into your line of approach vector. It There is a fleeting thought for all of you that if any of them get an itchy trigger finger, all of you will be sinking to the bottom of the ocean of the Tepes Basin in multiple parts, more than you would be whole, let's say, as there's not much hope of surviving even that small of a gun.
Right.
I say small. It is still like a fucking 8-inch gun.
Silent image, the wave flags up. I'm going to use thaumaturgy to just say something like, we come in peace. Just heed a word. Friends of
I'm
the
gonna throw up.
Imperium.
I'm gonna throw up light right on the tip of our, bow. I guess whatever the equivalent for a rowboat would be. But
yeah, the prow of the rowboat. Okay. You got it. You are extremely visible, even despite the choppy waves and such. And they see you guys coming. You guys get within 120 feet. You can now actually message people. You can see. You can see them much more clearly at this point as you approach. There are several sailors. They have taken up their probably very well practiced defensive positions. With their rifles pointed outwards at you. though none of them are aimed or like trained directly on you. They're just in your general direction. Like in a moment, they could lift them and probably fire on you, but as of right now, you don't feel like they're actively staring down the barrel, aside from the main gun, which is still tracking you, or one of the main guns, which is still tracking you. And you guys, your message goes through. You know that they received it. Nobody says anything because they're not sure if they can, because they are probably not magically inclined either. 5-inch cannon gun. Okay. Do you also have message, Wilhelm?
Yes, I do. Last time I leveled up, I swapped out one of
okay.
my fucking.
I also do, but I don't know if I've got the charisma chops to actually use it. Beyond,
I think you probably do
giving-
because it's just like we're coming with peace. Don't
All
attack.
right, that's
You
what
know.
I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll open it up with like.
I
we
have
come with,
message too. Holy
skin
shit.
type.
Yeah, we're all just
Yeah,
messaging.
y'all can just
I'm
talk
imagining
from-
these guys on the ship with all these intrusive messages.
yeah, like
They just get
Yeah,
drained
like,
exhaust right
we're
now.
all messaging the same guy.
He's just wincing.
It's just this one guy. Like,
Stop.
The voices, make them stop.
You guys approach the vessel. You get within 120 feet to where you can actually hear, but at this point about 100 feet or so, and you can actually hear them. One of the guys shouting. He has like I'd say it's not a loudspeaker or a megaphone. It's just one of those old, yeah, exactly, telescopic thing to try to loudens his voice a little bit, and you can hear him calling out. If you intend to parlay, continue forward and pull alongside us.
Great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
You heard him, Carl.
Swift bit of paddling later, and you guys pull to about, I'd say probably honestly about 5 feet or so from the other boat. You get that way the waves do not rock you too much into each other. A guideline is thrown to you all, and which you're like, the fuck do I do with this? But apparently you have Jason, and Jason knows what to do with that.
Yeah.
He grabs that and he's like, fucking ties it to your vessel so that you guys don't drift too far apart from the
Just
from
gently
from
and
it.
patiently takes it from whoever's holding it, making eye contact
like,
the whole
okay,
time,
I
and
know
slowly
what-
ties the knot.
This is my job.
I'm gonna step
yeah, so
behind
it's-
Wilhelm at this point and kind of not push, but guide him to the front.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'll be standing next to Wilhelm.
You guys are
Oh,
kind
there.
of bobbing a little bit. You see that there are a couple of sailors here now that have approached. They still have weapons drawn, but they're not trained again on anybody.
I definitely hold my hands open, akimbo, clearly unarmed. You know, I'll pull my sleeves back, whatever it takes. Show them I'm
Yeah,
clearly
yeah.
with faith, and I present full harm to them.
Great piece of property here. Amazing views.
You hear a couple chuckles from the crew of this other vessel, and one of them probably like either a lower enlisted officer or something, and he says, "State your business for your parlay."
Yes. Go on.
No. This is your
This is a
world.
Wilhelm thing.
Okay. Yes. Lieutenant Wilhelm Nikolaevna von Dracosia, 1st Dracozian Streltsy. I'm a bit of a disadvantage here. What news from home? This is the first I'm hearing that we're blockading Alfberg. What happened?
He kind of seems a little taken aback by the fact that you're like you know this kind of shit, and he's like looks at your stuff, looks at between the two of you especially, and then looks over the rest of you guys like, fuck are all these people? But he looks over and he says, "Yes, it's definitely strange times. By the way, this conversation has been in Fargoth. Just as a heads up, which you all speak. So,
Yep.
Just so you are aware, you are speaking French at each other.
Okay.
Or this planet's version of French.
Ah, that explains
Ew,
the use of the word
French.
parlay.
Yes. And he says, it's strange times. It's very strange times. Lots changed. I don't know if I'm allowed to brief you on that. I would hazard to say you should probably meet with my captain.
Yes, I would actually appreciate that. Where could I find it?
We'll bring you aboard. Toss them the mooring ladder. They basically move effectively a gangplank between your little rowboat and their much larger boat, and you guys can step over if you so wish. They
Off
do
I go.
not stop you from doing so. They allow you onto their vessel. It's I cannot emphasize this enough. If you've never in real life had the opportunity to step onto a Navy ship, it's weird because you expect it to move like your little rowboat, but it sure the fuck doesn't. It just doesn't care about most of it's choppy as shit. You can feel it a little, like you're rocking a tiny bit, but it's nothing compared to that rowboat. You may as well be on stable flat ground at this point, as far as anything is concerned. It's like almost jarring.
Never been one for the water, really.
This is so much better. Thank you.
I hand the as I'm climbing over the railing. Coral hands tries to hand the alligator someone so he can use two hands to get over the other side.
The guy's like, no.
Fine.
It's like pries the jaw open, puts it on his head.
Here. Now he just takes it and clips it to like one of his ears, like those fucking lizards that we do.
Yeah.
No, but you maneuver your way up there with your gator. You are all firmly onto this boat, which this officer that you're talking to says, "Welcome to the Pierre. I'll bring you to mess, and we'll have Captain meet you there. Okay?
Shall be.
You are. I understand that you're part of you are part of our military, or at least were formerly." Kind of gestures at you and then looks over at Kishan. But these are very strange times. We cannot break any kind of protocols right now. So
But I wouldn't ask you to.
Please
Of course.
just be patient and wait for us, and I will get the captain as soon as I can.
Very good.
They bring you into the galley. It's kind of in here. There's almost nobody in here except for a couple of cooks that are spies doing their job. And other than that, it's a sterile kind of metal and paint room that has some chairs or some benches and shit that are bolted to the floor. Nothing in here besides the things that should move. Nothing moves. It is so unbelievably stable in here. It is a little bit more, like, weirdly, being inside of the boat is a little more seasickening than even being on the outside, because now you're rocking and you can't see why. Yep. You're only in here for 10 minutes. Do you have anything you guys want to talk about while you're in here by yourselves?
First of all,
Well, aside from the cooks, they don't seem to be bothering you as though they're doing their job.
I think it's very refreshing to at least. It feels like we're halfway home, just to hear, Bargoth's like the real language of love again. That said, has anyone noticed? Thought it was weird. I haven't seen a single lady here yet. You know what I mean? Little weird. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
Vincent
We do all
definitely
stay on the ship.
lights up a cigarette while we're waiting.
What's the state of enlistment? They actually, I know this is based off of like industrial era. We were not exactly progressive back then. What
No,
do
it's
they?
most men.
Okay. Yeah. It's less strange than it seems.
Now, that is not the same for the entirety of the military, but at least in this particular boat, you haven't seen any women yet, so.
Yeah, I didn't mean to like make an assumption, state it,
Oh,
and
no,
then
you're good.
wreck the whole fucking world story. You know, like I'm just being a dick. So
No. This is just the case for this particular vessel.
Yeah. But
In the
speaking of
Navy.
Fargoth, the name of the vessel is. It checks. I haven't seen anything strange. Now I'm just concerned why we're actively taking part in aggressive action on a nation that until recently, last I heard, we were trying to make nice with.
I
That
the only
just
thing I'd
makes
like
me
to
think.
say. Sorry.
Hopefully, our actions didn't atone to it.
Surely
To
they
whatever
couldn't have.
actions we.
We surely not. That couldn't be the case. I refuse to believe something as simple as nothing that we did even became official. Like we left because of horse thievery, and that wouldn't be enough.
Regardless, let's not forget why we're actually here. We need to get across. Let's not let this weird situation turn the conversation down. This captain needs to like us and let us go.
Agreed.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Little over
the
10
rest of
10
the
minutes
horde
later.
brothels.
A little bit over 10 minutes later, the door on the far end, not the one that you came through, one on the far side, port door opens up, and the in steps a human male, looks more like the sea than he does look like anything that you've seen. You've seen the kind of type of person that this is at the docks before. 1 second.
Barnacle Bill.
You have seen this kind of person, at least their complexion and skin, skin tone, and otherwise very sun bleached, less sun kissed, more beaten to submission by the sun type of individual. Early melanoma, beginning levels of skin diseases. But he steps out, a very stern look as he walks out in his dress, at least what you think is his dress uniform. Whether that might just be his regular uniform for all you know. But a rather snazzy looking uniform. His hat and everything is currently off. As he does, you hear as he steps in, you hear the two cooks that looked up. You hear them go, "Get attention on deck," and then he goes, "At ease." They go back to what they were doing.
The Vincent and Keyshawn react at all? Like to that call out of like, oh, there's a commanding officer in the room.
Oh,
Rather
One of
than
them's
like,
at least going to
wouldn't
stand
so.
up.
I'd at least stand up and give a polite salute.
Yeah.
Because he would more definitely outrank me.
He
I'll
This
stand
is a
up
outranks me
captain.
for sure.
only out of like I'm fitting in, and if I see too many people do it at once, I
Yeah.
feel
You're all right. You're not part of the military. You can sit down.
Vincent's like sitting back casually smoking, and like when everyone starts to sit back down is when he realizes, and he like goes to stand up and then sits back down.
And
Awkward.
they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, all right."
As he stands up, you see like a middle finger from Kix at them, and then Kix quickly pulls
Then I
it
sit
back.
down, it's gone.
As you
He's like,
all right, as the captain steps in, he steps in, looks at you all, sits down at the table with you, at least across from you all. As in, this is like one really long table. Like it could probably fit like 40 people,
It's like
legitimately.
30 feet away from us.
No. He just sits across from you, whatever. Yeah, you get it.
Oh, okay.
But he sits over there and he leans across the table and he says, "What can I do for you, gentlemen?"
First of all, thank you for letting us aboard. We're the Gold Leaf Guardians. I just made that up. I'm not really sure if we're sticking with it yet, but we're seeking passage, and yes, I sort of look to Wilhelm to take over.
Moreover, directly from you, we're seeking news. First of all, a pleasure to meet you, Captain. I am Lieutenant Wilhelm Nikolaevna von Dracosia. Last I had heard, we were not aggressive towards Alfberg. What, may I ask what happened?
He as you introduce yourself, you introduced yourself. He says, um, "I am Captain Jean Orien of the Pierre."
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Thank you for your service.
He just gives you a slight nod, like to you, Coral, and then notices the gator, and you see the brow furrow for a second, but he doesn't say anything about it. He just sees the gator because it just pokes its little face, like not little. I mean, its face is like, I don't know, your palm sized. And it just pokes this little snout out from in the middle of like your clothing, and it's just like, I smell things. But yeah, he says, "Well, I'm not at liberty to discuss all things, but I can give you some information. We were not previously hostile to any of the descendants of the Kingdom of Alfberg, but war declarations and alliances cause things to change rather quickly."
Who declared war?
How long have you guys been gone?
How long were we gone?
You guys have
Like
been
a couple of weeks, I think.
you guys have been away for about 3.5, 4 weeks.
For a month.
A little less than a month, I suppose.
He says, "Oh, not very long. She says, not that long ago. Then I'm surprised you didn't hear about it before. But no, formal war was declared on the 10th of Noros. With the Duhan Council and the Imperium, as well as its allies, they drug their allies into the war, and now we're here. I'm curious as to why 2 of our veterans are here, but I need not ask about that. You have your own businesses."
Paying work led from one thing to another, and, well, what can you do?
What'd you say there, Vincent? I'm sorry.
That's complicated.
As life likes to be.
Indeed. Well, the business that we are presently on requires us to get to the other side of the bay. Assuming there's nothing more that you can tell me about what's going on, I suppose the only other thing would be to ask if we can safely make it there.
And that's where I'm unfortunately going to have to tell you no. I am under order not to allow any vessels, small or large, to leave this side to go to the other. You could still cross, at least if our maps are correct, you could still cross via Alfberg City itself, but that's some distance from here.
Indeed, and time is of the essence.
I don't think
Yes,
see.
we're on a particular schedule, and as you said, we need not explain too much of what we've done to you, of what we're doing, but we do work with the UDEX, and this is important that we get there. Is there nothing else you can do?
Unfortunately, lad, my hands are very tied on this. I like my residency as a captain. I like my job. I like what I do. I like serving my people. I won't ask my crew to break their orders, and I cannot break mine. Because even if my ship doesn't do anything about it, the other 4 ships in this flotilla will. All I can offer you is safe passage back to where you came from. You won't be harmed. You won't be shot at. You have my word. But I cannot let you pass. I can't even let our own boys pass. From what I hear, at least from the bit of radio chatter that I've heard, they're making good pace, so they'll catch up to you guys here in the next probably couple of weeks.
Who?
Our boys. On the ground?
The army.
Yeah.
Well, it pretty well settles it. We're at war then.
Unfortunately, that's the long and short of it. Sorry, there's not much more I could do for you, but I hate to have you come all this way, but just to point you back home, or at least back to where you came from. But I'm under order, and I cannot allow anybody to break that order. Not least of all myself.
I get it. A man of honor, and I respect that. Look, fellas, we're losing time. We might as well just go back and start figuring out, how best to get around by land.
See if we can't. I don't know if she'll live.
Random thought. Do you need any messages brought to the other side of the harbor? Can we deliver something for you over there? Then we're not sneaking by.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Fine.
That'd be skirting the rules. I know what you're on about, and it's not a bad idea, but it's not something we can do.
Are you a father?
I pat Cora on his back.
He looks at you and says, "Yes."
How much do you love your child? Quite a lot, I imagine.
Yes. But I see where this is going already. And I'm
You
sure
don't
that
allow
there
us
is
to
something
cross, someone
very-
will lose their child.
I hate to break it to you, but a lot of people are losing their child right now.
And you're going to prevent
what
us
happens.
from stopping one.
That's disgusting.
I recently became a father. I bet you get your head.
To which do you hold firmer, your honor or your morals? Consider it, officer.
I will tell you this. I'll ask my command if I can make an exception. If I can, I will have my men come get you. And they'll bring you across. Will bring you across.
Make sure you stress
If I
this is
can't-
important business for the Imperium. We appreciate you.
He just stops. He says, I understand. But if I can't, please understand that I am absolutely, my hands are tied. I only have so much that I can do.
I understand.
Orders are orders.
We all have to do what we have to do.
And he looks to you, Vincent, and he says, "I understand I understand what is at stake, and I'm not trying to blow you off. But if I don't do my job, then my kid doesn't have a family either. I don't want anyone to lose their children." I pray that Bahamut will allow some miracle from command, and that I will be allowed to ferry you across. But until that point, please be patient. Please go back. If there's nothing else, gentlemen.
All right. What are you
Yeah,
saying, Vinny?
he gives you.
I
a
was
bit
just
of a nod.
waving to get my camera into focus.
Gotcha. Yeah, he gives you guys a bit of a nod, and he says, to one of the other people in the room, and the other like ensigns or whatever, and he says, "Go ahead and get them back onto their ship and prepare them for unmooring. They'll return back to their dock. They are not to be harmed. Make sure you relay that to the next man." "Aye, sir." And then he steps out of the room, and you don't know where he went. But that particular ensign, a couple more of them come into the room, and they're like, "All right, guys, come on, let's get you out of here. Back to your boat."
Do the right thing, Jean. I say, like, as he's leaving the room.
You are brought back to your boat. You are gently and gingerly put onto your boat. The mooring lines are untied, and you are sent on your way back. You
All
are
right,
not
cool.
shot at. Nothing gets
Stroke.
exploded.
Stroke.
Nothing gets exploded. No one gets shot at. But it is a sombering experience, in that the things that you'd hoped to accomplish, you did not. And in addition to that, you've confirmed that definitely something is happening. When you make it back to the dock at Berkshire, the dockmaster is kind of surprised. She's one of the first ones there, besides the couple of boys that tie you guys back up to the dock, and help you guys off the boat. She's like, "Well, given that you came back, I'm gonna guess he said no."
Yes, people in there. Well, forget it.
Yeah. She tosses
least
your
we're alive.
coins back to you. Tosses or gives you the 6 coins that you gave her back.
Keep them. We need this again.
I can't well keep
He's-
something that I didn't earn. You did your job. You did what you said you'd do. That's good enough by me, lad.
Yeah, but like, aren't you familiar with tipping, or like you did such a good job
Fucking
that
Christ.
I'm just saying it's a very common thing where I'm from.
That's
Hold on to it
not
till we
very
leave. I
common
hate to.
here.
It's an expression of our
Split your
gratitude
boat.
for what you let us use for just a small period of time, and it came back.
All
in-
right. I'll hold on to it. She says. At this point of the day, you guys, when you woke up, it was about 8 o'clock. You went around, you searched for crew and all of that, or crew and passage across. Probably was about 10 o'clock when you guys realized that you couldn't. And when you guys got into the boat, it was probably about 11 or 10:30, 11 o'clock. You rowed across, you had your conversation, you rowed back. It is now about 3 or 4 o'clock in the evening, after the excursion onto the water. The day is already pretty close to gone at this point. The sun is not setting yet, but it's getting close. It's starting to get heavy in the sky. Yeah.
My
What would you
apologies
guys like to do?
if this has been mentioned before.
Yeah.
The what is the? You said it's a long way around to go through Elfberg and all that.
Correct.
What is the difference in time? Are we talking like one day versus a week? You know, hours.
So to go from where you are to Katowice via the water would take about 10 hours, probably
Okay.
ish, something in that range. To go from where you are to Katowice via land would probably be about 2.5 weeks.
All right. So we're sneaking across. We're waiting for this guy.
Pretty much.
It's nighttime.
I agree. Also, I got major negative vibes about going through Alfberg. Like, I think it's a trap. I think like it may be an occupied city. You know what I mean? Like, you can't trust those kind of potentials.
First, I know it's
Also,
not actually going to be so much of a problem for us, but the captain did say about our boys on the land making their way here soon. So it seems
precisely.
like we're definitely pushing in fast and hard, which is not usual, not an unusual tactic for us, but
So I roll.
I high five Coral. And then I'm like, you're right. It makes perfect sense because if we were coming in, we always go direct for a major area and just it's like look at the all right, take a look at the river. Can you see it?
I now
So
realise where I have erred in my
right
wording of
there,
this.
right there at Outberg, that's where you put your attention on. And then once you've got that, you basically have both sides of that waterway.
What's stopping us from going up or down river a little bit and trying to cross? I mean, there's 4 vessels. Are they all concentrated at the city? Like, can we slip
So
downriver?
you saw if you could try, and this is an emphasis on try, but you could try to sneak out potentially, to go from try to like sneak along like the coastline and see if you couldn't, squeak by them. You are not aware of anything else, but you do know that the words were used that this is a blockade. Um, The Tepes Basin, I should probably say as well, is also not well known, or is also pretty well known for being pretty turbulent most of the time. It is pretty aggressive waters, to say the least. Very high winds, very choppy, very choppy. Small vessel, pretty good chance you capsize. Not even gonna lie to you. Like if you were to try to take that rowboat and go across, there is a non-zero chance you all drown. It's not a.
So, basically,
I don't say it's a good chance, but it. Huh?
we gotta wait and see what this guy says in the morning, right? I mean, like, we go downriver, we probably capsize and drown. We try to slip the blockade, it'll probably blow us to shit.
Boom. Kaboom.
We go around 3 weeks. Everyone that we're trying to rescue is dead. Wait, what's anyone else thinking?
I was thinking that too. My concern is what kind of access to a boat. Like it does seem narrower the more south we go, but like that also could be days of travel, you know. I I'm still more down with the idea of, well, all right. One, wait it out, see if he gets back to us, see if we got the green light to cross. Unlikely. Okay. So then two, we got to sneak by. We can't afford to fucking take weeks. And I don't like whatever shenanigans are going to go up right at that top of this, you know, waterway, like right at the, here, Coral, come here. Like, I don't like how right when you get to the top, like, that's where all our boys are going to be. And even though, you know, our boys may be taking Alfberg, it's not going to make it any easier for us to get through.
We can see what the guy says in the morning, and then if it doesn't work out for us, we can try deception. Or I mean, if the choices are deception versus go around, going around, the princess might be dead or taken or whatever because of the timing.
We don't know where she is anymore. We can't track her anymore, right?
You haven't tried.
We had our dream.
One slips the
Have that
ring.
dream.
Jack.
Nothing happens. You do not feel any familiar magic.
I think we gotta wait and see if he lets us, and then after that, decide what to do after.
Actually, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? You're a goddamn artificer. Yeah, you put on the ring to you know, do the thing, and immediately you're like, this is just a ring. There is nothing to this anymore. It is just a ring. So you put it on, nothing happens. It's a ring.
Magic is dead. This no longer works.
Okay, so if I
Pulled out all the
see
stops
two.
on him. Did all the kids, so did the whole thing.
I have.
That doesn't work.
My two ideas on to bring forward is one, it's obviously we. First things first, for anything else, we'll wait to see if we can cross. If we can, whoop tea. If we can't, like you said, we either can go round in weeks, wasting more weeks of time. But with that, we will be going by Elfberg, which, if I remember correctly, we sent the princess's followers. We can meet up with them. Perhaps they have an item of her clothing or hair, perhaps, which we could. I will be able to reinstate the power of that ring. But again, this is a lot of wasted time.
It's not a bad plan, but what if by the time we get that thing,
Other option is we cut our losses. And I know this will probably go against a lot of our morals. But
Doubt it. Go home?
we can always just go home.
do what?
Not be here.
See,
Fuck this
Jerk
place.
off?
I don't
see
care
Mama,
about that.
see
I mean,
my
I do.
sisters again.
But it's still
Come on,
fun
don't
like
you want a
that.
little adventure in your life?
We do still have the Udex to go back to claim our reward.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm all for adventure.
Well,
I'd love to
Hold
see
on.
the new world. I love learning new languages, any kind of knowledge that comes new to me is always an adventure.
Well, we know the
but
princess.
go,
She's not gonna die. They don't wish to kill her and marry her off to some bastard she doesn't like.
It's not
So-
our responsibility, though. Never,
Well, but-
and not once in this. This is something that we have placed.
Agree.
You guys have placed on this group.
Agreed, but my point being, yes, there's a timeline, but after which only the plan becomes something different. It's not get her back, it's get her out. Maybe it's time we go home and collect our resources, speak with people, figure out what's going on, reconvene.
this whole time, as we've been talking, my Fizzard, as we've come to call it, the fox lizard,
Scissor.
more familiar. He's trying to
It's still
play
licking its eyeballs.
He's trying to play with a baby alligator.
Yeah.
Listen, here's my two concerns. A, I don't want to get caught trying to cross this bay or whatever it is and get blown to shreds and stranded in the water. That sounds like bullshit. Not interested. I don't think we have the time for those that actually care about saving this princess to get around this bay of water and save this princess. Seems like we're gonna get caught up in something that's not gonna be beneficial. And if the army's starting to surround this, I don't want to be stuck here. You know, that captain was nice, but
About the next one.
yeah, it's
Don't
dude, they're all fucking dicks. 99% of them that I've met. No offense, Wilhelm. You seem like one of the most round-headed, lieutenants that I've come across. But man,
Square.
some of them have busted caps and knees and just harassed any of our siblings. I don't. It's not a way I feel comfortable working out of. So to me, it's sneak across or go home. If I can
So
get a
go now.
rest, I could probably help conceal the rowboat if we can run it again. But we're definitely losing the gold this time.
We're still
I
ready.
think we have the possibility of being able to do that. It's going to be a risk either way, but I do think we wait until tomorrow morning. If he says no, then we wait until night. Do whatever we've got to do to sneak across. Then he's not breaking his rules, he's just being overruled.
Maybe we can speak to his
Yeah.
morals and at least get past that ship easily.
I got it figured out, Dix. Home's to the west, right?
Sure.
That's correct.
So if we go east, we'll eventually come back to home. Right?
That is the theory.
Road.
No, that's a really good point, Carl. Yeah, I think
That
he's
is the
right.
theory.
If only Earth wasn't flat. Let's go to the underworld.
looks at my 2D maps.
yeah.
Too fucking real.
Krishan's
I'm-
looking at Vincent like a fucking madman, suggesting we live on a flat world.
I'm gonna assume you guys are having this conversation back in the inn. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You've reacquired
Oh,
your
I'm
stuff,
the way
you're
to,
back to
or-
where.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I think we gotta wait. We gotta wait till morning. Either way, that's I think kind of where we're at. So
All right. With that, and with some dinner, whatever it is that you decide to have, it seems to be like fish and cheese and a couple of other accoutrement and otherwise, and like some citrus of some sort that you're not familiar with, like oranges or something of that variety. Where you're like, this is odd. It's not something that you would typically have where you're from. More apples and that variety of shit rather than this, which is very clearly like it's like a tangerine or whatever. You're like, what the fuck is it? for a second, you're like, what the fuck is this? You've never had one. But anyhow, you guys have some food. There is a couple of other people that are in here, but for the most part, you're pretty close to the only people here that really matter. There's like one or two other merchants that are still staying here, but from when you first got in here, there were more than this. Now there are much less. There are only you and like a handful others of other people that would fit into quote merchant category, or really anybody of any kind of note category that are still here in this inn. When you guys do turn in for the evening, however, you find a note on your door. A piece of parchment that has been rolled, and it looks like it's been rolled and just wax sealed, but there's no stamp mark where there should be like I pushed it down. It's just wax sealed. There's only one. I know you guys bought 2 rooms, if I recall correctly. Only one of them has the paper, just randomized, whichever one had it. It doesn't matter.
Let's read it. I
So
sort
it's
of
just it's like
yeah,
stuffed into the the loophole that you would grab to pull the door open, or
Coral takes it and
yeah.
then unscrolls it, looks. and
Read it, Coral.
says, Brenda, can you read this for me?
Like, no problem. I got this.
He's just like whisper feeding it to Coral, but Coral's saying it.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah.
Do it.
The note reads, "Tonight,
Tonight,
Eastgate,
Eastgate,
just before dawn."
just before the dawn.
That's all it says.
That's all it says.
All right. Does it say that's all it says?
Yeah, it's written. That's all it says under the numbers.
Right here.
That's all it
Great.
says. No, I mean really, that's all it says. No, but yeah, that's all. That's all it's on there. Piece of paper.
Wonderful.
That's mysterious. Can I try and analyze the handwriting with Kishan?
Yeah. It is.
Does it look like I just want to like, does it look like it's chicken scratch? Does it look like someone really took their time to write this?
It is somewhere between. There are some elements of it that are very clearly classically trained in writing, and there are some elements of it that were written rather quickly. So some of it is nice. It's not like they really sped up at one point or anything. It's like
right, but
there's like the this is very clearly like calligraphy almost, and then
Right.
there's
someone who knows how to write. wrote
yeah,
this
and then it's just
section.
I wrote this because
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, that's what you got.
That's not mysterious at all. Wilhelm, did you do this?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I had good handwriting. Some parts.
And why would he write "this is all there is" at the end of the note?
That is a weird thing.
Doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Classic
very strange.
Wilhelm.
Classic. Classic. What do you expect from a knight that thinks the world is flat? I'm just,
I look over at Vincent. Do you have a cigarette you could spare, please?
I just hand it over. Don't even say a word.
Ah, we've hit the
Not a
limit.
word.
Just here you go.
I and then I lean in. Why do you think I started?
Understandable.
Well, I mean, no words needed. We'll be there, right? Sort of look at the
we'll
group.
be there.
It's the closest thing to a lead we have.
Agreed.
Leeds.
All right. Get to bed. Get up early.
Sir Alan
This is
Leeds.
an image of there's an image of fucking Wilhelm right now.
Yeah.
Yup.
Is that a space marine?
Yeah, that's fucking big
That's
Bobby
awesome.
Gilliman.
That's Gilliman.
I'll
I
say-
appreciate you spoke so close to the gator. That delicate constitution.
You should.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh, that's Vinny. Where's you? There he is. No, Vinny already saw it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fucking. So you guys get you get to rest. You sleep. Nothing bothers you and you sleep. You decided, I believe you said you were gonna wake up early before the day breaks, correct? Just like the note suggested. All right, perfect. You awake. It's some point in the night. It's hard to tell with no, you know, what's the word? It's hard to tell without having the sun up that, oh, it's, how long exactly it's been, but you're pretty sure all of you got a long rest. Through whether you slept the full 8 hours or at least rested for 8 hours, you've gotten your long rest. Go ahead, Keisha.
Just before long rest or after I get up, if we have a bit of time, I'll be changing my familiar back to an owl.
All right. It's a fowl now. It's a lowl.
Oh, lizard.
Owlzard.
Owlzard?
Yeah, it's an owlzard. But yeah, okay. You're right back to an owl.
Yep.
Okay. You have awoken. What are you guys doing? It is dark. It is quiet. There ain't shit happening. Place is quiet.
Headed to, where was it that it said to meet? The
Eastgate.
East Gate.
All
Yeah.
right.
Go
Grabbing
see
your
our
shit?
secret admirer.
You grabbing
whoever
your-
it maybe.
Are you bringing your carts?
No. No? I say no.
No.
Yeah.
More noise.
I'm fine with no as well now.
You approach the East Gate on foot. It is quiet. The only too quiet. No, the only sound that fills the air is the chirping of insects and mosquitoes that are busy as could be. The night sky looks down at you at that shade just before sunrise. Not far. Dawn's probably an hour off, maybe. But it is still very dark. As you approach the East Gate on foot, you spot an individual. They're not hard to spot because they are being very visible, despite their clothing not really standing out much. You spot an individual standing by that gate that does not appear to be one of the guards of this place. In fact, over here at the East Gate, you haven't seen a single guard. Not that there weren't a ton of them, but there was a small patrol that would do its route, like one or two people, otherwise, just to make sure that nothing weird was happening or otherwise. But over here, there aren't any. As you approach, the gate, the couple of things that really stand out about this individual. One, they're covered head to toe in clothing of some variety, some robes or linens and wraps that are stained near pitch black. In fact, it's rather hard to see them if they weren't actively being noticeable, like by standing away from anything. If they were to step even just a half step away, they would probably vanish before you because of how their clothing is. The other thing that strikes you, and it's the most absolutely noticeable thing about them, is that they are, besides the fact that this cloth covers almost all of them, the only part that is exposed is their face. But it's not their face. It is a mask, very clearly. A stylized mask of some origin that you are not familiar with, in a very pulled together, very unique looking fox. As you approach, you note some more about it. The mask is definitely not made of like wood or otherwise. It's probably clay, porcelain, to be precise. As you approach and get within visual distance of this person at this point, they don't say anything, and you are standing there staring at them for probably a good minute or so. Go ahead, Keyshawn.
I don't know. Owl just shoot up, circle round, and I'll look through it every now and then. See if there's any more people around.
I'm just gonna pull out the letter and just like throw it on the ground in front of us, between us and him.
You see the mask looks down at the letter and then looks back up at you, or at least looks back up at you all. And then proceeds to step over towards the gates. Grabs one side, pulls it closed. Grabs the other side of the gates. It's like a two door kind of thing. Grabs one side, pulls it closed. Grabs the other side, and then brings it fully closed. When you enter, go swiftly. And then does not elaborate. And then there is a small flash, like a very, very small, like glint of some sort of blue gold magic that pops from between their hands in front of the gate. And they push the gate open again. This time, however, unlike the difficulty of pulling it closed, the doors swing open freely, as if no longer constrained by the same limitations that they previously were. And in front of you is a strange inkiness that you can't quite place. Where or why or how. But it's almost like between the two pillars of this door, of this gateway, there is now this thin fluid membrane of sorts that has ripples across it. They turn back to you. Do not trust what you see in there.
Where are you sending us?
They don't say anything. They step back one step, then a second, then a third, into the shadows. And they are gone. As in, literally, you watch step, step, step. The mask itself in that third step pulls back into the darkness, and despite it being this bright white, it seems to just vanish away.
All right.
Fuck it. I start going.
You want to see if it's what? You want to try an Arcana check or something?
Yeah.
Bob,
And
I will
Keyshawn
assist.
rolling with advantage.
Okay.
Vincent does not wait.
You just go through.
I'm going.
I will follow Vincent.
Okay. Keyshawn is your looking this over, trying to get a feel for whatever this is. Yeah, Vincent just walks right up to it. Do you just like how just describe to me
walk
how
up.
you approach this, because it
I
it
walk
is it
up.
looks like
I'll stand in front of it for a
rippling
minute
water almost.
and sort of look up, look back. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Well,
You
the worst
step
that's
in.
going to happen is you could end up in one of the element. Oh God, he's gone.
I'm gonna
You
I'm gonna
step-
do
you
the
step
same,
in.
except as I turn around and fall into it, I'm gonna drop double birds to you
Excellent.
guys.
You both,
Is,
you both
uh,
step in.
Fuck
As
it,
you
Coral,
do,
we have to follow them.
for the two of you, you step in, and at first you feel this like it almost feels like you're touching the surface of water, and it spreads across your skin and across you, like as if your clothing isn't there. Just and for you, Vincent, especially, you feel it in your fur and in your fur and whatnot. Just that sensation of the cat touching water, that kind of just for a second, but instead of it continuing to feel like water on the other side of this, it doesn't. It just feels like you've passed through this incredibly thin membrane that just coats all of you for a moment and then leaves. The only thing you really feel aside from that is cold. Cold all over. Just kind of this radiating, I am like shivering suddenly because of the sudden temperature change. Even though your skin is registering, it hasn't really changed that much temperature, but your core is like
I'm gonna pull a
For
cloak
the
out
rest
of
of
my
you,
bag.
everybody outside. For the rest of you, everybody outside, what are you doing? I said we got
at 25.
20,
Oh, my Arcana.
25. This is magic. I know that's gonna sound like a duh. This is magic. This is conjuration magic. And it's quite powerful. It is well beyond your understanding. As in, not like you're stupid, because you're not.
I just haven't come across
is
this
so
spell.
unbelievably beyond your normal bounds that you kind of can't quantify it.
I'm willing to bet that whoever has cast this and wished to go through, if they wish instead, they more than definitely would have already be dead. This
Well, how do we know, Kishan? Maybe they got.
this level of magic is immense. I've never come across anything like it.
That's close enough to assurance for me. And I stop it.
The same sensation.
But
Especially for you, Vincent, excuse me, for you, Wilhelm, I was looking at Vincent, that's what I saw. Especially you, Wilhelm, you step through and your armor, it feels like touching water, but the moment your hand kind of collides with it, the armor that's on your skin it doesn't feel like it's there at all.
I'll step through it as well.
Who's
Same
left?
sensation. Coral and Ren and Jason. Jason goes, yeah, I mean, be weird if we didn't all go through it this way, huh? He steps in.
I think I know where we're going.
Yeah. As I go to step through, I'll see already doing Arcana bullshit with it. I want to try and look up. Learn as much magical bullshit about this magic words. This is a level of magic I've never seen before and is a lot stronger. I want to try and learn more about it as I'm stepping through it.
Okay. Something about this especially as you're stepping through and you're really ruminating on what you've discovered about this. Not only is this very, very powerful, like very, very powerful, something about this eludes you in a way that you are not certain about. I don't know how to
That's
say that without being too on the nose, but something about this type of magic, not only this type of magic, how powerful it is, something about the way this magic was done does not feel the same as when you cast spells. That's probably the best way I can give you.
probably because it's divine magic, technically, sort of.
Powerful magic, but it's come about due to another source other than the magic we know. Gotcha.
There you go. Yep.
Pretty much.
All right,
Understood.
Red and Coral. Red and
Um,
Coral, Keyshawn.
Keyshawn,
Keyshawn, you already went through. Yeah. The Ren and Coral and your friendly
Yeah,
alligator companion.
Yeah. Coral
I-
and I, we have to go through. Like two of the brothel
Right.
sprouts. It's no brainer.
Ren, I'm scared. This is what
Don't be scared,
is the
man.
gator gonna,
You're the
is
bravest.
the gator gonna be okay?
I'm sorry.
Is the gator gonna be okay? Come.
I think
Are we
so,
gonna
as
do it?
long as you hold them strong with your strong arms, but not too strong. You know, like we talked about, like a gentle hug, like
Will you
like when you hug mama.
Just
will you hold my hand as we go through?
oh.
You got it, buddy. And I put my hand up.
Oh.
Don't tell Kicks.
Oh.
Tell Kicks. I'm gonna
Be
let
fine.
go as soon as we're on the other side.
I won't let go. I won't let go.
No,
You want me
I'm
to
gonna
take-
let go. I don't want him to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Look, it's all right. It's all right. You just
You
do
two step
you.
through?
Okay, we
We're
can
stepping
go.
through. Who goes first?
Same
You
time.
guys go together.
1, 2,
What?
on 3, or like 1, 2, 3,
Pulls you
go.
in. In you go. The strange sensation takes you both. And again, it feels like you're passing through a very thin membrane of water. But instead of there being water on the other side, there isn't. It's just air. But that cold sensation travels through your core and up through your limbs to your digits.
Oh my god, we've been reborn.
You all, at this point, find yourself in a place that does not look anything even remotely similar to what should be on the other side of that gate. As in, you know what was out there because you were able to see it before before they closed it. And then now, where you guys awake, you are in a semicircular chamber of sorts, white, polished. Well, not actually, it's more like scuffed. White, scuffed marble and gray stone that are cast in all random directions. Some pillars, some others that have been broken in different varieties, and have been discarded in just every which place. The other things you note in this room, there are some pieces of furniture. It looks like old antique furniture. Dust covers most things in here, and cobwebs that cling heavy and thick like curtains in some capacity to the extremities of a lot of this area. Before you is a door. The door is currently closed. It is a large, it looks like a metal reinforced oaken door of some variety. And the air in here is still. Deathly still. There is no other entrance or exit out of this room other than the door ahead of you. And yet, you find yourself here, in this strange place, questioning things. All of you are here. All of you and all of your, I'd say all of you and all of your companions, Except you, Coral. You're here, but your gator isn't.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Oh no!
That's it. I'm done. Fuck you.
However,
Coral has a stroke.
Coral, is your I'm just gonna give you a little tiny bit of your of probably very small mild one of his probably first mild panic attacks for a moment of looking for this gator. You look in your shirt for a second, and when you do, you pull your shirt up a little bit to look, and you have a tattoo across your chest of an alligator about the size of the gator that you had. That goes from like just below your clavicle to all the way down to like your mid stomach, mid thigh, like the tail.
I squashed him. I squashed him.
You squeezed him too hard.
It is a stylized. I should mention it is very stylized, but it is
It's
definitely
okay,
there.
Coral. It's okay. Come here, Coral. Come here.
I got squeezed too hard.
I told you you gotta hug him like you hug Mama. Like you hug Mama.
And that, as you are in this strange place, is where we are going to end for tonight. As you have found your way somewhere.
Portal. Sick.
Yikes! Woo!
So,
All right.
thank
well
you all
played.
for being here. Thank you guys for listening to all of this rambling. Thank you guys for allowing me to have a really fun way of telling stories and such. Thank you anybody who's listening and watching. If you are liking this kind of content, we do more of it. There will be more content, especially was it Tuesday is your game, right? Is
No,
that correct?
Star
Or is it
Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars on Tuesday. So you got that to look forward to. If you like what we do here, please let us know. Just it is simple as hit a follow button, please. It really does help us a lot. It makes us know that you actually like this kind of stuff.
Yay!
And otherwise, I don't have anything else for you. Do you have anything else, Andy?
No. Great game.
ShopAndD&D.com.
Oh yeah. Do that.
Shop and D&D.
Yeah. All your tabletop RPG mini needs and wants. Processing.